Hey, what's up? My name is Kalen. I'm about to start talking to y'all about the fact that I'm on lifetime parole, and I'm 49 years old. I'm on lifetime parole for second degree murder that I committed when I was 21 years old. I was 45 days past 21. I shot and killed someone, and then 2 days later, that was in December of 1992, and 2 days later, I was in custody and um, I took responsibility so that nobody else would get in trouble. So I don't got no co-defendants. Anyway, I did 14 years and 2 months in prison. Uh, I did my time between Nebraska's prisons and Arizona's prisons. And I was in Arizona for 7 years and 4 months. And then all the rest of the time, I served here in Nebraska. And I got moved around a lot when I went in there. Um, Part of it was because I went down to Arizona. But anyway, I'm going to begin telling you guys the story of that whole ride uh, and all the movements that I made. In fact, just to tell you right now, the movements that I made in beginning in December of 1992, December 14th, I was taken down to the Omaha Police Department for questioning about this murder. So once the questioning phase was over, and they placed me in holding. It was inside of the Omaha City Jail, not the county jail. So I started out in the Omaha City Jail. Then I went to Douglas County Jail. I stayed there for like 6 months. Then I went to D&E, which is Diagnostic and Evaluation in Lincoln. I stayed there for I think it was a month and a half. Went to NSP, Nebraska State Penitentiary. I stayed there for just about a year. Anyway, in August 3rd of 1994, I transferred down to Arizona's prisons, and I went to a prison called Alhambra. That's their intake prison. So I went to Alhambra. Then I went to Reining Unit, which is in Florence, Arizona. Reining Unit is a part of Iman Complex. Then I went to Goodyear, Arizona, and I went to Santa Cruz, which is at well, it's Santa Cruz, and it's the Perryville complex. It's right around the corner from Luke Air Force Base. I went to Santa Cruz, and then I went to San Juan. San Juan's name was changed to Brent W. Lumley because a correctional officer got killed there, and that was his name. So they changed it from San Juan to Brent Lumley. Then I went from there to Buckeye, Arizona, to a complex called Lewis Complex and a prison called Barchi. I went from there back to Florence, Arizona, to a prison called East Unit. And then after that, I was coming back to Nebraska's prisons because my dad died while I was out in Arizona's prisons. And so I wanted to come back to Nebraska's prison so that I could see the parole board face to face because they kept denying me. In each year, they kept denying me in a letter, and it would just be the same thing. Every letter said the same thing, year after year. So I thought if I came back to Nebraska and started speaking to them face to face, it would let them get a different feel of me to help to expedite my release. Well, it didn't do that. When I got back, I still did over 6 years, and so um, so yeah, when I came back, um, after I left East Unit in Arizona, I went to Maricopa County Jail down in Phoenix for one night, flew back to Nebraska, landed at Eppley Airfield in Omaha down by Carter Lake, and then I went to OCC, Omaha Correctional Center. They placed me in the hole for just for holding. And then a few days later, I went back to D&E again, Diagnostic and Evaluation in Lincoln. Then I went back to NSP. Then I went to a brand new facility at that time in Tecumseh, Nebraska, called Tecumseh. And then I went back down to OCC in general population. And then from there, I went to the Omaha Work Release Center. And then I was paroled from there some time later in February of 2007. So that's when I began my parole. So I'm going to share with you guys stories about each of those facilities to kind of take you on a trip with my, with my prison stay. Now, I guess I should mention that after I was on parole for 8 years, 4 months, and 3 weeks. Excuse me. And then I was sent back to prison for getting a dirty UA for marijuana. And then I didn't get accepted in this drug program called SAS. And so because I didn't get accepted in SAS, they sent me back to prison for 4 years and 2 months. Anyway, I got back out August of 2019. And so I've been out since. So I want to bring y'all up to speed with what I've been doing since I've been out, what I've been doing for work, and whatnot. So just hop back on my channel, and I should have another video upload here shortly. Thanks for listening.